Good morning, students. Once again, welcome to say corporate accounting class. Students, today we will study and solve one more problem on that is valuation of goodwill. So this problem is based on the super profit method of valuation of goodwill, and already I have given you the problem. And once again, I want to highlight the main contents of this problem. The following is the balance sheet of a manufacturing company limited, and they have disclosed their balance sheet as on 31st March 2016. So in the asset side, goodwill at cost 30,000, land and building 1,75,000, then plant and machinery at cost less depreciation 90,000, stock at cost 1,15,000, book debts that is say 95,000. So gross amount is 98,000 and less provision for bad debts 30,000. Sorry, 3,000. So 95,000. Then cash at bank 7,000. Then in the liability side, paid up capital. So 30,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each fully paid 3 lakh. Capital reserve 20,000, sundry creditors 71,000, provision for taxation 55,000, profit and loss account 66,000. So totally it is 5 lakh 12,000. And in the adjustment side, you are asked to value the goodwill of the manufacturing company limited on the basis of 5 years purchase of super profit method. So purchase of the say super profit method. On that basis, you have to calculate for which purpose the following information is supplied. One is adequate provision has been made in accounts for income tax and depreciation. Then second information, the rate of income tax may be taken 50%. Then the third information, the average rate of dividend declared by the company for the past 5 years was 15%. The reasonable return on capital invested in the class of business done by the company is 12%. So here under super profit method, see the solution is asked. So here super profit. So that you know, so super profit is equal to average profit minus normal profit. So first of all, we need the information pertaining to average profit, then the information pertaining to normal profit. So as I told you here, especially calculation of average profit and normal profit, say here it based on the information that is given in the problem. In one problem, information may be direct, another information, the information may be indirect. So in a very calculative way, here we require to ascertain the required aspect. So here we need that the first one average profit calculation, then normal profit calculation. If you arrive these two concepts, so automatically super profit will arrive. Super profit that is equal to average profit minus normal profit. So based on the years of purchase, okay. So value of goodwill can be calculated. So we will come to the aspect that is the average profit calculation in the later on part. But first we will calculate that the normal profit. So for the normal profit, the formula is that is average capital employed into NRR divided by 100. NRR information, normal rate of information, it usually will be there in the problem. But the thing is, here we require to calculate that the average capital employed. And here in the previous problem, we have observed that they were giving the information directly pertaining to the average capital employed is concerned. But here direct information is not given. But the information relating to the calculation is given. So as I given you earlier, there are three different ways of calculation of the average capital employed. So here under the one method, that is taking that the assets, and from that assets deducting the liabilities. Okay, so using that method here we can easily calculate that the average capital employed. So here first step is, that is capital employed. Capital employed. Here rupees, rupees. So first information is say only that the say tangible aspects. So land and building. So land and building at cost. So 1,75,000. 1,75,000. Then plant and machinery. Plant and machinery. So 90,000. Next one is stock. Stock 1,15,000. Book debts directly. I am taking the amount. Book debts. So amount is 95,000. Book debts 95,000. Cash at bank. Cash at bank 7,000. So total up, and the total will be, it is 4,82,000. 4,82,000 minus the liabilities. Creditors 71,000. Then provision for tax 55,000. Yes, total up. So it will be 1,26,000. Yes. From the assets total, if you deduct the liabilities, so balance will be 3,56,000. Here actually you have calculated that the capital employed, not average capital employed. So sometime what happens in the problem, if they give you the information pertaining to the profit for the current year, okay, so in such cases, okay, here the average capital employed, it becomes, that is capital employed minus half of the current year profit. So from this total, if you deduct that the half year, say that the half of current year profit, you will get you will get say that the average capital employed. So when the information is not correct, so in such cases, so capital employed say information may be considered as the average capital employed. So here we will consider that the capital employed as the average capital employed for the purpose of calculation of normal profit. So normal profit. Next one is this one is the step 1, and step 2 is the calculation of normal profit. Normal profit. So normal profit is equal to average capital employed into NRR. So divided by 100. So here we are assuming capital employed as the average capital employed. So that is rupees 2,56,000 into NRR. Here NRR is 12%. So 42,000 rupees, 42,720 is the normal profit. Okay. So the first element of the what we say that the super profit, that the normal profit we have calculated. Now, how to calculate the average profit? So calculation of the step 3, calculation of average profit. Calculation of average profit. So here we'll make like this some arrangement. Usually in the last problem they were giving the information pertaining to the past year's profit. But here there is no such information. But based on some information that is given in the problem, we can calculate the average profit. So one information is provision for tax. Provision for tax. So it is given in the balance sheet, that is rupees 55,000. Okay. Then plus 50% of income tax, that is 55,000. So totally it becomes 1,10,000. That is profit before tax. That means here, so taking the provision for tax, here we are calculating the average profit minus 50% of income tax. So that is also 55,000. So profit after tax will also be, that is 55,000. So that means here, when the provision for taxation at 50% of the profit is 55,000, the profit would be that is 1,10,000, because here it is exactly 50% of the profit. Provision for tax is exactly 50% of the profit. So 55,000. Okay, provision for tax. Okay, so then another aspect, that is the profit. Profit, so automatically it becomes the 1,10,000. So from that 10,000, again if you deduct the 50% income tax, so it will be 55,000. So exact profit after tax is 55,000. So here we may assume that average profit is, that is 55,000. Okay. Now fourth aspect is, that is super profit is equal to average profit minus normal profit. So average profit here we have calculated, that is rupees 55,000 minus normal profit 42,720. So 12,280 is the super profit. Now fifth aspect is goodwill. Goodwill is equal to super profit into number of years purchase. So super profit is 12,280 into number of years purchase is 5 years. So 12,280 into 5, that is rupees 61,400 is the value of goodwill as per, that is super profit method. So thank you. If you have any doubt, you may ask.